Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Let's start with the architecture. Okta architecture is not the fixed architecture. You can able to modify it accordingly based on your requirement. You can, customize it based on your need for your organization. This is just one kind of architecture that has been given overview. There are multiple different types of architectures available, which I will show you with some flow kind of things. These are all the types of, architectures that we can customize. I'm saying these are all the types that I have worked on. Each and every company have different architecture on their own. Likewise, there are many customizations that you can do in terms of architecture for Okta architecture. First, I will start with the first one. Let's take HR systems. HR system, in the sense in your organization, you may have some system for managing the HR data, which can be Workday or Great HR Portal or Bamboo HR. These are the HR portals or HR systems that is available in the market. I'm just saying few examples. There are few HR portals in Oracle also. Likewise, each and every organization will buy different HR systems and they will, create it like that. From HR system, whenever the user is getting onboarded right, whenever the user is joining in an organization, the first entry will be in the HR system. The first entry for the user information will be in the HR system. Once the entry has been completed in the HR system will send the data to Identity Manager. Here you can see the second flow, which is an Identity Manager, is nothing but a tool that will be used for managing the user's identities. In different organizations, many tools will be there. For example, SailPoint C Identity Manager, Microsoft Identity Manager, Tivoli Identity Manager. There are many identity manager available in the market. One of the identity manager that is in the peak in market right now is SailPoint. Let's imagine in the place of IDM, we have SailPoint. From SailPoint, the account will be provisioned to different set of applications. It's like a new endpoint for SailPoint. One of the endpoint will be Active Directory. That's why we have configured Active Directory here. And Active Directory will be integrated with the SSO system. SSO system can be Okta here. I have mentioned in a generic term of SSO system, but you can take it as Okta. This is how the user creation and access management flow will be working for any of the user in any organization. In one of the organization, whenever the user account joined an organization, his account will be created in HR system with the help of some data transfer mechanism. It will be provisioned in Identity Manager first. From Identity Manager, user's identity and access will be provisioned. It will be pushed to Active Directory. From Active Directory, SSO system will consume that. Why SSO system is consuming? Why SSO system is getting in touch with Active Directory is user's ID and password. Information and access information will be stored in Active Directory. Same thing for Okta, right? If you integrate Active Directory with Okta, in Active Directory, user's ID password Access related information, everything will be stored here. We cannot store password in SSO system. That is the reason we are connecting to Active Directory from SO system. This is one kind of architecture, one type of architecture. There will be a second architecture, which is like HR system will be directly integrated with Okta, which is SSO system. Here, whenever the user account is created in HR system, automatically that information will be pushed to Okta with the help of some import or with the help of some AP. I call something. It can be happened in any way. In some way, HR system will push the data to SO system, which is Okta. From Okta, all the applications will get the data, or we allow the user to provision. We'll allow the user to, complete the SSO for the users. This is an architecture which will be used in some organization, not many organization, but some of the, you can take startups. Startups don't have much what to say, subscription or amount to invest on identity management system and Active Directory management systems. What they will do is that they will directly use HR system integrated with Okta. From Okta, all the applications will be integrated inside their organization. This is another kind of architecture. Let's go to the third type. Third type is nothing, but actually this is an layer of the layer removed from the first type. For example, the SOA data transfer flow and IDM will be removed for this type of architecture. Here you can see HR system will directly get in touch with Active Directory, and from Active Directory, Okta or SSO tool will be talking with each other. There will be no identity manager. There is no Active Directory. There is no identity manager tool required here. Whenever the user account is getting created in HR system will push or publish those data directly to Active Directory. It can be in any way. It can be with the help of an API, or it can be with the help of some Java coded NET code. Whatever the application it is, it will be sitting in the middle, and that application will push that to AD. Once it is pushed to AD, Active Directory Okta or SSO tool will listen to this Active Directory, and it will get the information from Active Directory. This is another kind of architecture that you can build for your organization with the help of Okta. And the final one. This is somewhat a complicated one. You can see this entire flow. HR system. Let's take HR system will be integrated with SailPoint. SailPoint can be an identity manager. It's not SailPoint. I'm just saying an example. SailPoint is an identity manager tool you can do. You can take. HR system will use some kind of data transfer mechanism. Once the account is got created in HR system, with the help of the data transfer mechanism, account will be provisioned in SailPoint. From SailPoint, there will be two syncs. One sync will be with Okta. One sync will be with Active Directory. SailPoint to Okta. This can be achieved with the help of API because both the application supports API. Whenever the user account got created in SailPoint, it can be pushed to Okta with the help of API. And it also provisioned the account from SailPoint to Active Directory. From Active Directory, there will be a link to Okta. Whichever the data that we cannot process from SailPoint to Okta, that can be processed from Active Directory to Okta. Like the flow can be like this. SailPoint to ADD to Okta. Instead of coming directly SailPoint, coming from directly SailPoint to Okta, you can take it like in this flow. This is like it can be, defined based on the organization's requirement. We cannot justify that. We cannot say that this is the correct architecture or this is the proper architecture that you should follow. No, it's not like that. It is created or it is constructed based on the organization's requirement. There may be a requirement, like they want to integrate SailPoint with AD for some purpose. And from AD, they are consuming few details to Okta. Likewise, there are many different requirements from the organizations. Based on that, they will build this kind of architecture. Let's say, for example, whenever the user account is getting created in a HR system, it will be pushed to AD. Let's take this architecture scenario. The user account is getting created from HR system and it will be pushed to AD. There will be a manual push or there will be an automated push, which will be given with the help of some code. It can be a Java code, Java-based code, or it can be some NET-based code or Python. Whatever it is, there will not be a proper auditing, will not. I mean, there will not be a proper logging, will be there. There is a code running. That code may have proper logging or may not have proper logging mechanism. See, the accounts are completely like. Let's say, for example, you are working for a banking project. You want to understand when the user account got created and when it is moved from one position to another position. And you want to verify when that account got deleted, or you want to see when the user account's attribute got updated. Those things you cannot see in this architecture because there would not be a proper logging mechanism. For sure, if you build a Java code just for this, push from HR system to Active Directory, there will not be a proper logging mechanism created for that kind of scenario because logging is it's like a vast data. Like you need to work on many things to get this logging data. That cannot be achieved in this scenario. But that can be achieved in Identity Manager because Identity Manager specifically created for managing the identity's access and also the logging mechanism. Even you can take 3 years of data when that account got created, when that attribute of first name got updated from this to this. You can verify it completely in Identity Manager, but not in this architecture. That is the difference. If you are working for a banking project, for sure you need that kind of logging mechanism. But if you are working for some automobile industry project, that doesn't require that much auditing, flows or something like that. They are just contributing only towards on the automotive parts and automobile industry thing. They will not concentrate on the logging part and security part. If you want to make your application and your environment more secure, you want everything to be logged. That is the major difference. The core difference we can take. Like why I have shown you this type of architecture, right? You cannot say Okta can be integrated with JD or Okta can only be integrated with SailPoint. Or you can say Okta can only integrate it with HR systems. It cannot be restricted like that. And whatever the architecture diagram that we are going to show also in next slide, that is also not a fixed one. But I am going to show the architecture that is specific to the first type. Or you can take the type third and type 1. I am just going to show you a little bit of overview on that. I cannot show an architecture diagram for type 2 or, type 4. That is not possible. It's like, if you want to select if you want to show each and every component, it may go like anything. I will stop on that. This is like you can take an example. Here you can see right. Active Directory is there. Okta is there. Internet is there. And in the middle firewall is there. And this is your network. This is just an overview. Here you can see, these are the applications available in your on-premise, which you have hosted in your data center, or maybe an Amazon web server, something like that, inside your organization. These are the applications available in the internet. Internet in the sense, let's take an example. Zoom is a cloud hosted application. Where it is hosted in internet. Same thing for your mail. 65. That is hosted in Azure cloud, where you can access it from internet also. But let's say, for example, you are hosting an application in your organization on the on-premise data center. You can access it. At the same time, you can restrict it. But this internet hosted applications, you cannot restrict it. How we are going to protect that application also? That is what the Okta will come into the picture, and that we will see in near future. I will tell you the scenario. This is the Active Directory available in our organization. Let's take an example. In that Active Directory, some set of users will be managed. Those users needs access to the internet applications. Also, they need on-premise applications, which means the application that is hosted inside your network. Also, the application that is hosted in the internet. This set of users need both access. Your network application and also internet applications also. He need both the access. Okta will be there in a cloud. With the help of where this Active Directory will get in touch with Okta is with the help of AD agents. Agent is nothing but it's like an external resource given by Okta where we need to install in our firewall, or it can be installed inside our network. What the AD agent will do is AD agent will take care of syncing the data between Active Directory and Okta. And also whenever you are doing a login to any applications, Okta will be provisioning a path for you to perform authentication authorization. Because all these applications are integrated with Okta and Okta will provision. The Okta will take care of doing the authentication authorization. Where authentication authorization will be performed is, it will be in Active Directory. I have already said There will be no password information stored in Okta. No end user password will be stored in Okta for Active Directory users. This AD agent will take care of performing the authentication and authorization from Okta to Active Directory. That's why this AD agent will sit in the middle and it will take care of that part and also the sync part between Okta and Active Directory. And here you can see this is nothing but a dashboard, Okta dashboard. With the help of this Okta dashboard, you can allow your local users, which means whoever is working from office or whoever is integrated with VPN, you can provision those users to access, you can allow those users to access Okta and different applications, also Okta on-premise applications. The flow you can see Local users can log into Okta dashboard, and from dashboard they can able to access internet applications. Also, they can able to access on-premise application. How the authentication and authorization will be completed? That will be with the help of AD agent. Whenever the user logs into dashboard, Okta will go and validate the user's password in Active Directory. You can see a link right here, the flow. That will be taken care. AD agent will assist you to perform that authentication and authorization. And also you can allow your remote users. Remote users in the sense external users. You can. Let's take an example. You are working from home. You are accessing from your personal device. You are accessing from your personal laptop. You can provision few applications. You can restrict few applications. That is also possible in Okta. Based on the requirement, you can do it. Let's say, for example, as this is, the COVID situation, many organizations have opened their applications to access it. In the open internet also. Whenever you are working from office, you cannot access your systems or you are not. You cannot access any of the applications from outside network, outside your office network. If you come out of office, you don't have access to any of the office, things. But right now, due to this COVID situation, organization have also fine-tuned it and they have categorized the applications, which are the list of applications that you can access from your personal device also, which are the applications that you cannot access from your personal device also. They have categorized and they have grant you access like that. That's where this kind of architecture will be played a major role. That is also, you can see the remote users can directly access Okta dashboard from any network. They don't need to connect to your office network. They can directly log in from Okta dashboard and they can access applications from anywhere. This architecture represents this flow. Here we have Active Directory. How Active Directory is integrated with SSO systems and how the external users are accessing SOSO systems with which applications are integrated with it. And finally, do not forget to share and subscribe to our channel.